As always, I'm gonna start up this stream, searching for. I'm gonna look up the stream on my phone, so that way I can keep up with the chat. Even though the chat pops up on the screen and I can see it, it only shows so much. Um, and I don't want to, be yelling through the microphone or talking louder than the game. So it shows an empty character, but that's not entirely true. For some reason, it seems that I passed out earlier today and I woke up a little late, and so I guess I have time to do another live stream. I don't have my daughter here with me currently. She's over at her mom's house, so I have nothing but time to pump out these videos, and I hope that I can help some of you guys figure out how to do some stuff, how to maneuver around the map. And so I myself, I might get a little lost and confused, but it happens, doesn't it? So here is my tent. I was thinking about raiding another base, um, but it turns out I'm gonna need about 15 different grenades in order to get through one little barrier wall. However, if I can find a set of pliers and just go around this person's little wall by turning his wall into I want to call it a cheese factory, that'd be hilarious, but no, if I can just get around this person's barrier wall really quickly by turning his door or wall into a door, that's what I want to do. Throw this potato in there. Um, let's see. I do have. Okay. So put that in the inventory. I don't know why I just threw a flashbang in my jacket. So I'm not gonna lie, my character is pretty geared up. Um, but I would like to be able to go find more ammunition for the VSS and some night vision goggles. And then I also really, really would like to find a pair of fucking pliers. So it's daytime out. Last episode ended on a sunset. It was actually very beautiful, and I wanted to go raid a base, but I could not find any goddamn pliers. So I'm hoping that this time I can actually get in and out with some decent gear. Um, I'm basically as full as can be. I can probably go put that fishing pole back into my tents. what else do I have? Ginkgo. I think I have 2 sharpening stones. I do. So one of those can stay, because I only really need one of them at a time. Awesome. So, I do have some food. I have fish, and I have some chicken on me, as well as the fact that I have some water bottles. But I actually have not used any water bottles from the time period of getting to Northwest Airfield and back. I've made it all the way back without touching my water bottle. Then again, I've found a few sodas along the way. Um, you always want to check these little boat spawns and stuff like that as well. Um, if you've been playing DayZ for a long time, you know exactly where I'm at. Um, if not, I will pretty much run into a pretty obvious indicator of where I'm at. Um, hoping that my base doesn't get looted, especially because whoever's able to watch this stream can actually tell exactly where I'm at in game, um, exactly what server I'm on too. So I really hope that, you know, if people do come by and snag stuff from my tents, you know, so be it. It'll happen. I just hope that, you know, if you guys are sniping me, that you guys at least leave my tools so that way I can create a base of my own. And then I'm hoping to be able to find another flag. Um, I'll cut those up into armbands and I'll throw those in a crate outside of my base for those that want to join. And I don't even think that I'm gonna lock up my base at all. I'm just gonna leave it as an open party. I'll leave crates outside of my base for people to grab some stuff if they would like. Hopefully not loot my base or take the tents until I get a base built. That would be preferable. You can't guarantee what's gonna happen playing this game. So, I mean, if it happens, it happens. I'm, you know, that's the whole thing of the game. I'm just trying to get myself looted up so I can go back through one of those toxic air zones and try to survive. But in order to have enough, you know, gear to be able to do so, I need to have an empty backpack for a good loot run. So that way I can fill it up on NBC gear and gas filters and stuff like that. But very hard to tell if, you know, there are gas filters around, or if you know, if you'll be able to find all the what is it, nuclear, chemical, BC. So I can't even remember what NBC stands for. Here's a different lure. I'm just gonna throw that in my inventory. Um, that actually helps you find a different type of fish. Compared to each hook that you attach to your fishing rod in game will attract a different type of fish. I'm not seeing any zombies in the area currently, which means, oh, there's that one right there. That one probably spawned because of me. I'm not gonna try to be too loud. Oh, okay. Looks like a little bit of base operations going there. See, if I were to throw We got 2 crates and then that 1 tent. I was trying to get inside of this base, but it's very difficult to do that. If I were to come up to this door and throw, this might not even be a door. It's a regular wall. So if I ran up to that wall and I just throw some wire on it, I think it turns the thing into a door, but you might have to be on the back side of it in order to get in there. So I was hoping to be able to break in and you know, do all that other stuff, but it turns out you need about 15 grenades to be able to get through one wall, and passive lights. That's not what I'm looking for. Like I said, though, being able to find some pliers would definitely help, because then I can probably go and loot that dude's base real easily. Advance. See anything in there. But I'm out in the middle of the open, right over here, so my character is being a little loud with his footprints. And I'm pretty decently geared up. I would hate to lose all of my gear currently. Throughout the series, I have died at... Oh. I heard an explosion, maybe a gunshot. Stop that. You can actually hear the bullets hit right next to you if that was, and for me, I think that was a pistol. If not, then it was, a shotgun. Don't want to be too obvious. Mind you, I'm not exactly hunting players, but if somebody crosses my path and I don't like what they're... Alright, let me get out of here. I'm pretty sure you can still hear a silenced VSS from a distance. So, slightly back up a little bit. Who knows, that could have even been a high-powered rifle that I heard a little bit ago. I'm out in the open like an idiot. Baseball bat. Interesting. A revolver. Actually, don't want this pistol because it's really loud, but I will do. Drop it where nobody will find it. Hopefully nobody runs across that pistol and sees it. I don't have a proper headset on me at the moment, so I don't want to go and rush and try to figure out where those shots came from. I'm pretty sure they came off in that direction. I don't have the energy right now to be hunting for people. I need to be finding something in particular for my character. Not necessarily specific to my character, but I would like to be able to do some base building. So in order to successfully do that, I do need to find a combination lock and some pliers, so that way I can apply a doorway to a unit that I have set up, and then if I end up building that base a little bit further away from the coastline, I'm gonna have to hide it really well. I would say that my little campsite is just off the beaten path right now, but there are too many campsites closer to mine. I would hate for my base to get raided. Even right now, I would hate for that to happen, but if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I would just like for it to not happen as often or as quickly. In order for that to happen, I need to get some tools set up. It's actually perfect. don't feel like that shot was as silent as I would like it to be. What was with that power move? A bit awkward. Had to do a power slam attack. I feel like that was a bit unnecessary, but use a Skyrim trick just to veer up and around these rocks. Making my way back to my base really quickly so I can try to put this camo net on it. Keep it a little hidden. I apologize. It might be a little bit of a run, but not too long. Shouldn't take me that long to get back to my stuff. Just want to make sure that get some coverage on it while I'm out. What would be pretty cool is if I got like a long distance shot from up here. That would be pretty crazy, but there's only a few select rifles that'll actually shoot that far. And then there's even less scopes that'll actually see far enough for you to actually pick up an enemy player, so I'm hoping to be able to find some gear. And then finding this camo net wasn't necessarily like a to-do thing, but it'll do. I do want to run around and try to find some extra ammo for the VSS, because even though I've been using it to take out zombies, it's kind of rare to find boxed ammo for it, so the best places to find ammo for the VSS would be at like military loot spawns or at the Northwest Airfield, so that is the goal. I'm going to try to make my way back to the Northwest Airfield, grab some weapons, and hopefully along the way I can find a fucking pair of pliers. That would be interesting. And then running out in the middle of the woods, this is how I found the tent in the first place. It was just set up out here, empty. Either somebody was thinking about setting up a tent or a base out here and just didn't get around to it, or it just didn't show back up on their on the save file for a little bit, and everything despawned because there was nothing in the tent. But who knows? Maybe somebody set it up there just to get it out of his inventory, and then ran to, go find something, or ended up dying from not eating enough or something. But surviving is actually pretty easy in this game, in my opinion. Once you start to understand how to deal with, being sick, or the different types of medications and stuff like that. Like, I'm not a pure genius, but what I do know is that my character has O positive blood, so I can give blood to almost everybody. Could be a misconception in this game, but in real life, I believe O positive is universal. But having universal blood makes me a target, and then also the gear that I have on me currently makes me a target. So I just need to be careful. What would be cool is if I had like complete chemical gear, so that way I can go and loot, the toxic cloud zones. Last time I ran to the northwest airfield, I found quite a bit of chemical loot gear. So I'm hoping to eventually make it back to the point where I can go to the toxic ship that's over there and be able to survive in that area long enough to be able to do something about it. But of course, you need duct tape, you need a full chemical suit, you need a gas mask, filters. So in total, I need to find at least 6 articles of clothing for the NBC gear, including the mask, and then I would say that the gas mask filters in and of itself, I'm going to need at least 3 or 4 of them. Interesting little alcove right here. Too bad it's at a slant. Can't really build in slanted environments. Hope I'm not backtracking too far at this point. I am. Still need to learn the exact spot that my base is in. Probably could have just ran straight to it a second ago. is going on. Confusing myself already. I think I've gone in a complete circle just now. Let's just walked off that edge. That's always fun. There it is. I'm gonna end up hiding my own campsite from myself, it seems. Nice. So eventually I would like to do a little bit more crafting and building with my base, but I would love to not be a target when running around looking for loot. Um, what the fuck? My shoes are ruined. Damn. just gonna leave the boots on for right now because the possibility that I'll be able to keep using them without cutting myself as often as I would if I wasn't wearing shoes at all. I think climbing up the mountain kind of ruined the shoes, but it could have been when I got smacked by that zombie last because he hit me in the ankles. Although it still took quite a while before I got here that it actually had, taken effect, so I need to find more shoes. I thought I was decently geared up until that happened. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a pair of shoes just sitting in that train over there. Until then, I'm gonna end up cutting my feet continuously, so I hate to bleed out and have to keep, patching up my feet. Even if I made foot wrappings, it would eventually do the same thing. Just ruin them quickly and then cut my feet. So keeping these boots on for right now would be totally fine. I think another thing is that I have a knife sitting in my boots. I don't know if that wears down the shoes at all, but it's definitely something that I don't... Fucking Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna waste my good bandages on wrapping up my feet just yet. If I crouch, walk slowly, should be just fine. No. Funny thing is, my character is a female, so I'm just screaming with a male's voice right now. Improvised foot wrap. What would be nice is if you could wear the improvised foot wrap and improvised foot wrappings and then shoes at the same time. That would be beneficial. In my opinion, they should make that a thing. Eat some chicken along the way. Keep my health full. I feel like I just saw a pair of boots in one of those train units. There's too many shots just there. didn't see I had that spray bottle on me a second ago. Quite remember exactly where I just saw those shoes at earlier, but what I do know is that I don't want to keep walking around barefoot. Sitting here thinking to myself, where would I find a good pair of shoes? I knew for some reason this dude was going to attack me, but I didn't think he would be able to make it into the... For those of you that are currently watching, I'm searching for a pair of shoes. Had some assault boots on that just got ruined, and I kept slicing my feet. Matchbox. Yep. I don't know why I thought the seatbelt clamp was something important. Of course, gas container. I honestly feel like I just saw a fucking pair of shoes somewhere. The strange thing is, I know for a fact I just saw a fucking pair of boots earlier. I have no clue where they ran off to. Weird. Ah, great. In this circumstance, try to keep to the grass as much as possible. Try to limit movement. Try not to sprint, because it'll cut your feet up more. Like I was saying earlier, I really hope that they do something so that way, like, you can wear boots and foot wrappings at the same time. I don't know why I checked that zombie like he's gonna have anything on him. But I swear, I literally just ran past a pair of boots somewhere along this same path, and now they're gone. Quite literally just did a full circle. was here a second ago, just grabbed a camo net, and there we go. It's not the best boot, but it at least has a knife slot in it, which is similar to what I was just wearing a second ago. So if I find like a leather repair kit, I can at least throw that back on, and then I can get this knife out of my inventory, back into that boot, and fuck those things. Need some brisket spread. What are the fucking chances? Could have been anything, but instead it was, oh, you're cutting your feet, bro. Like Dave Chappelle came up to me and I was like, you know what? Fuck y'all feet. Box nails. Nice. That's one thing I did need was some box nails. This right here would be a great base setup. Red code lock. Nice. Okay. Now I just need some wire. Or I have barbed wire, but I need pliers. Box 22. If I ever find a Mark II rifle again, that would be fucking perfect. Or, not rifle, pistol. Propane tank. Okay. Butane, propane, whatever that one is. Water pump right here, okay. With the Gotta sit here for a second and start drinking some water. Might as well. Try to get myself filled up on some liquids really quickly. That's good because now I know where at least a secluded water well is. It's decently close to my base. I mean, the water that I do have in my inventory right now is clean. It's full, so I don't have to pull that out. But I keep running into circumstances where, like, I run into some soda or, you know, I haven't had to pull out my water out of my inventory for a little bit, so that's good. I think I've done like 2 whole videos. What the fuck was that? That's sketchy. Not gonna lie, that scared the shit out of me. I'm glad that my eyes weren't mistaken. I did see something. Water. You know how long it took me to actually find a water bottle? The first 2 episodes in this season, I could not find a water bottle for the life of me. But now at this point in time, I can't find a fucking pair of pliers. No need to waste ammo. That shot anyhow. I could revert this little shed into a base. That would be interesting. Let's lock off that end and then make a little hideout here. But far too open there. You can shoot through the windows and whatnot. You'd be able to ruin the base like it was nothing. I would have to have a lot of box nails and a lot of barrier walls. And sounds more like an issue than anything else. Although if I was able to find all the nails I wanted and look at that net. If I was able to find all the box nails that I wanted and then pair of pliers. If I can just find a pair of pliers, that would be great, but... I think that was a zombie that was aggro earlier. I've been in this area for quite some time now, so I'm gonna see if any apples have spawned. Dried apple. Dried apple. Still something. Yeah. Not that much, but I have lots of food on me right now, so. I see arrows on you. What the fuck are you running at? See, what was I saying? Just random sodas here and there. I'm gonna hold on to that for a week. Damn. Food for days. Alright, boys, on to the next town. Player's pretty warm. It's interesting. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but I don't think it would be a bad thing for any reason whatsoever. Although, I still can't find a fucking pair of pliers, so on to the next town. If I'm not mistaken, the next couple towns over are more industrial, so I would probably have a lot better of a chance running through that town searching for food. but I also have a better chance of running into a pack of wolves, which would be the third time with this player running into a pack of wolves. Um, and they took a couple of 45 rounds like it was nothing, so I'm hoping my VSS would be sufficient. Is the sun going down? For some reason, I actually thought that little shrub right there was a zombie. I think the sun is going down because that's the west. The sun sets in the west, rises in the east. I have so many memories just running through this little aisle right here. And it's never good to run out in the middle of the open, but to be honest, if you're going to be out here in this area with wolves headed your direction, it's better to be out in the open than up against a tree line when, you know, you can see them from a distance and actually pick them off before they get to you rather than them come out of the woodwork and, you know, you have to defend yourself on the fly, and then you still have the ability to hear them from a distance. Obviously, that's always the case, but if you can hear them howling, usually that means that they're coming for you. Otherwise, if you just run into them on the road and then they're just sprinting to a certain direction, they're usually meant for another player. To not jinx myself, I'm gonna rig up time that you know, I was just over at the Northwest Airfield and I saw absolutely nobody there. Probably could have taken my time and gone through every little nook and cranny and bunker and all that other good jazz, but A, I had filled up my uh, inventory, and B, it wasn't really that great of loot. I mean, I did find a Pioneer rifle, full magazine and everything, and then I ended up trading it out for a Vega somehow. I had to put the rifle down, and when I picked it back up, I didn't pick up the rifle. I picked up an automatic shotgun. I don't know if that was a glitch, and it was like, hey, here you go. Here's an automatic rifle instead, or I don't know. You never know. Could have been a hacker that just came on at random and changed my inventory, which has been happening a lot lately. Apparently, there's a lot more hacking going on lately. Um, there's also been a lot less players online lately, so in a sense, I kind of feel bad because I would love to be able to. Do I want to put that in my inventory? No. Yeah, what I do need though is I think that kind of conceals my look a little bit more. What I do need that damn pair of pliers. Lockpick. That's actually pretty decent. Um, where did that go? Spur. Glass bottle. Once I find myself a pair of pliers, I'll definitely be able to start making myself a little base. So I'm hoping that I can run into something semi-decent anytime soon. Would be nice. Or, maybe even just like a fresh fishing pole. Brand new fishing pole. That would be great. Um, here's a hope. But fishing pole. I have one. Bug goggles. Station over there. Is the battery and some chips. I'll eat the chips. No way, there's a... Check this out. I'm kind of curious. See, I have enough food and water to be able to explore up here, so I'm not terribly worried about that. What I am kind of curious about, though, is why I have not found any pliers recently. Just ends right there. Weird. I really feel like DayZ should offer a little bit better base building supplies. I don't know if anybody in the chat would agree with me on that one, but I feel like they should do something better. Or like if this was just close off section, actually it kind of is. It's kind of a close off section, but I don't know if you can you know find your way up here another direction or so, I think you can. But if you can lock off this little area right up here and use that as a base, that would be amazing. There's also another ladder system up over there on the other half of this building. On the adjacent edge, I guess. So it would be kind of redundant. Having multiple doors and stuff like that. Out of an area though to use as a. Ooh, what is that? Empty barrel. See, just to be able to use this as storage in and of itself would be amazing. I think I'm getting out of here without having to shoot one of these zombies, so. I mean, I probably could have easily walked around them, but evidently that would have been an issue. Damn, this is a big ass open area too. This would actually be a pretty decent base hideout. But doors are pretty fucking huge, so probably be a little too easy to get around it. I think the sun is going down. The dress. One of the hardest things to find in the game right now is a goddamn pair of pliers. $257 more. Netting. I'm not gonna lie, this is the last. That was the last spot I would expect to find any netting. Work gloves. screaming at me for some reason. I thought it was a game, but no, it's my real stomach is actually like, what do you do when you eat something? But I guess I don't know why it's screaming. Give me a pair of pliers. because then we'll be able to find at least a pair of pliers. Oh, there's mouse. Ooh. Alright, whoa. No. No pliers just yet. That's the one thing that really sucks. I haven't been able to find a pair of pliers, but let's see here. Stream's been going on for about an hour and 30 minutes. The sun's about to hit down. So, I don't have any night vision goggles. It'll make it really difficult to see in game, but at least being able to look around in this industrialized area would be able to help out in a little bit later, you know, when I am capable of seeing whatever's going on around me. So, I think for the time being, I think this might be where I call it for this stream. But um, next stream, I'm going to be looking for those pliers so that way I can start doing some base building. And then at that point, I think that's when everything should start working out a little bit better. Um, but for now, I think I'm going to exit out while I'm in a good note. And then see you guys in the next one.